We are back. Real quick, I'm Nathan.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Troy.
And we just got done watching Baahubali 2. The conclusion. Now, this guy did not watch the first Baahubali, so me and Troy tried to give him a real quick summary, rundown of what happened, which was kind of confusing to him, and I kept telling him sorry. It would just be easier if you watched the first one, but
I got it.
he got it just. We kept explaining stuff as we went along. But we just got done watching the second one, and we're gonna do a real quick review of it. So, what did you guys think?
I thought it was cool.
It was very awesome. Very good conclusion.
I thought it was awesome.
Nice battle scenes.
Even though there was like a language barrier, like it was still like one of the best movies ever. Like the action fighting and then the scenery is so amazing.
Yeah. Just the opening sequence. I made sure to make note of that. Just the opening title sequence, the scenery and the music and everything that went along with that was very cool, very colorful. I like the way. I remember I told you too out loud, like, oh man, I like the opening sequence to this. Was really good. But I don't think you came up like just a few minutes after it started, so I don't think you saw that part.
Yeah,
I was 1v1ing a subscriber.
Yeah, sorry. But kind of like we did for the first Baahubali review. I'm just gonna we're gonna do a real quick review, like start to finish of the movie real quick. Kind of talk about our favorite scenes. I like the fact of they were Baahubali had to go out. It's like a prequel to the first one. It starts off because we all remember the first one ends with Katapa telling Shiva that he killed Baahubali, and we're all like, what? Like, oh my gosh. So then the movie starts back off with the events that happened after that last battle in the first movie and leads up to show how all that happened. So then the Queen Mother tells Baahubali he needs to go out to his kingdom and all that, meet everybody. Had some pretty cool scenes where she's walking, she got the fire on her head and she's walking through just like very stoic, walking through, elephants going crazy. Baahubali comes in, kind of wrangles everything under control. Very cool scene where he gets on the elephant's trunk and it raises him up and he's just all standing there stoic on top of the elephant, which was another very cool scene. And then obviously he goes out and ends up falling in love with a princess, but his brother ends up realizing this because of a thing I guess Baahubali sent back, and he decides, I'm gonna go to Mother first and ask for her hand, not realizing that that's who Baahubali loves, and so that gets a whole thing started. So she tells the son, "Oh, perfect. Yes, that is your wife." And flip back to Katapa and Baahubali. They're getting word of all this. Well, they think the Queen Mother is answering them about Baahubali, not
his brother.
Yeah, not the brother. And so they send all this stuff out there. The Queen Mother sends a messenger with gifts. Oh, please come. Well, the princess doesn't like that. Devasina, I think was her name, and she doesn't like the fact that he didn't come out there, and so she kind of takes offense to that, and so she sends a message back, which POs the mom, and so now she wants an army sent out to that kingdom, and she wants the princess taken prisoner, and this whole thing gets started. Baahubali helps that kingdom fight off these bandits or something. Is that what they were? Some army come in there.
Yeah, I want to kill them for some reason.
Yeah,
like a ton of them.
Ton of dudes. Had a very cool hallway scene where Baahubali and Devasina are fighting dudes with just their bows and arrows.
They're like dancing and fighting at the same time.
They're doing this choreographed like dance, shooting 3 arrows. One time they get together and they shoot six arrows. It was pretty sweet. It was a pretty awesome scene. Then they get these bulls to tear down this dam. The bulls first they come through with their horns on fire, which is really cool. Just start mowing down guys. Well, they get them to tear down the dam. Takes out the army. They're good to go. Everybody's happy. Baahubali. Oh, the prince guy too. He's helping. That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
He's helping that prince guy get some good shots off, and he's kind of acting all like, oh, I don't know, I'm not this great warrior. And that was a pretty funny sequence seeing that guy. But then they realize Baahubali's this great warrior. And then they find out who Baahubali is, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, we didn't know you were. That's who you were." Well, then he gets the word back from his mother that she wants Devastina taken
Prisoner.
captive.
Oh, and don't forget that the prince guy, the Baahubali was telling him that there's always a minute when battle or something will turn a coward into a warrior.
Yes, yeah, that was something else I want to mention. Good thing, thank you. Yeah, they're about to break into the room. The prince, Kumar is in the room.
Scared, hiding behind women.
A bunch of women. He's like, "Oh, bye, he's gonna save us." And then he hands him this like smaller knife, and he's like, basically, "Don't be a coward. You gotta stand up for yourself." And Baahubali leaves, jumps out. They burst through, and he gets sliced up a couple times. Well, then he thinks about that, and he ends up kicking a guy down who lands on a knife. And as soon as he got that first kill, he's like, boop, click. He's like, all right, I can do it. He just starts taking guys out left and right. Very cool scene. I loved his turn. And from that point on, that Kumar character, I really liked.
He was a
really
good man.
Really good man. Very devastated about a little bit later, but we'll get that in just a second. So Devastina agrees to go back to the kingdom, not as a prisoner.
As his partner.
They go in there. They explain some stuff to the Queen Mother, who's being kind of mean. I understand she's being held in the dark, but she's very proudful. Like she doesn't. They're trying to explain a few things to her, like just trying to explain things to her, and I guess she doesn't like that. She doesn't like the way I guess she's being talked to, which didn't seem all that bad. So she's getting very prideful, and Devasina's getting very prideful on her end. They kind of end up butting heads. They tell him no, that she was supposed to marry the other guy.
His brother.
Baahubali says he loves her and he's pledged his life to her. And so she's basically like, pick, you can have the throne or her. And he's like, I'll take her. He doesn't even hesitate. He's like, I'll take her. So she's like, all right, well then your brother's going to be the king. You'll be the captain of the military, the commander of the army, the military. And so, but still, his brother, that he can't handle it. If he would have just kept that going, not realizing how much of a loyal guy Baahubali is, he would have been fine. He could have been king, but no, he can't help the fact that the people love Baahubali, and it's driving him nuts. It's eating at him.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying everything. Then his brother ends up taking the commander role away from him.
Yeah.
And giving it to someone else.
Yeah, giving it to somebody else, which irks his wife off. Devastina a lot. Baahubali's kind of like, what? But he hands it over. He's like, oh, you're the king.
Because he gets more time with his lady.
And then...
where he gets... Then the guy he just gave the commander position to that he took from Baahubali is a little jerk and a freak. He separates the women and men from coming into the what do you call it, castle, I guess?
Up into like the palace.
Yeah, the palace. So he separates it, and then he stands on the side with the women and gropes them as they walk past.
Yeah, he's getting a little touchy-feely with
Then he tried to grope the princess, Baahubali's girl. She wasn't having it. She took his dagger out, cut his own fingers off.
Sliced his fingers off. Whoop!
So then she got shackled and handcuffed.
Next thing you know, boom, they're in like the courtroom. Huge, giant, elegant courtroom.
Everybody's there.
She's got shackles on. And the same dude who's fingerless now in his one hand, he's like, so they're trying to bring all these charges against her.
For nothing. Because he
comes
was
in?
touching it.
And then
Baahubali comes in. Everybody's like, oh,
Baahubali comes in and
he talks
to her and he said,
Devastina.
what you did was wrong. Next time a guy touches gropes a girl, you don't cut his fingers off, you cut his head off.
Yes.
And he turns around, he decapitates him.
Cuts his head off. Everybody's like, oh, what are you doing? And that sets everybody off.
Checked his brother off for
and they ask what the charge is for something like that, and they're like, banishment. So his mother's like, you're banished.
Get out.
And so he's out. He's having a good time still. He's outside. He's loving his family, his wife, people he's with. The king still can't handle it. He looks down at Baahubali. He's like, he says something along the lines of, you know, as long as he's alive, the people are going to want him as king. So he schemes up a way, and poor Kumar gets tricked into thinking the king's dad, the little sniveling little guy, he tricks him into thinking the only way is he's got to kill the king. And so he shows him a secret passage into his room, and lo and behold, it's a trap. Kumar's men gets killed. They start stabbing up Kumar, and they're telling Kumar what their plan is as he's dying, that, oh, Baahubali showed you the secret. Only he could have known the secret way in. and they killed Kumar. That really bummed me out. That really bummed me out to see Kumar get killed. I really was starting to like his character a lot. He was like a very innocent guy. I liked his turn from a cowardly guy to a guy more sure of himself, and then he got killed. You're like, oh man.
Yeah.
So the Queen Mother comes in there and sees all that, and
while Kumar is dying, they take his halfway dead hand with a knife in it and cut the king's face to make it look like it was an assassination attempt.
Yeah.
Because they're cowards.
And so the mom comes in there. They order Katapa. She hates to do it. She doesn't want to let the king give the word to kill him because they'll tear the kingdom apart. So they're going to have Katapa do it. He doesn't want to, but he ends up agreeing to do it. And then we finally get to see the scene that we ended on in the first one with Katapa stabbing Baahubali in the back. And that whole thing where Katapa looks like he's about to get burnt, and Baahubali rescues him, and he's got his hands are all together, and he's begging Baahubali not, just leave him, leave me here, let me die. But he doesn't. Baahubali takes a bunch of arrows in his back, to save Katapa, and then he starts fighting, and you watch Katapa walk up and just stab him in the back, and like that was a very gut-wrenching scene for me. It was just really, even though you know it's coming, you still watch it, you're like, oh man, because the Baahubali, the character in that movie was such a good guy, such a loving, caring person.
He came back to save him so that he could hold his baby first because they promised.
And then to see all of that and see Katapa still go through with that, and he was very heartbroken. I'll give him that. Like he stabbed him, he's like, I'm so sorry. He's like, I'm so sorry I did it. I'm so sorry.
That's why he wanted the stay to die. He didn't want to have to kill him.
Baahubali dies. The king comes up, starts hacking at his body, saying his plan, how he tricked the mother, and Katapa hears that and goes back, and Devasina's there with her son, and then she proclaims him the new king, and that sets everything in motion to where we begin Baahubali 1. So we see them escaping. We see how she gets the arrow in her shoulder. The king shoots her, and she's fleeing, getting away, and Devasina gets put in that prison for 25 years, and that flash, and we're back to kind of where the first one ended, where he's kind of talking to everybody, and so the Baahubali's son, who's also Baahubali, he rallies the people together, and they have this awesome epic last battle. Very cool. He's still got the king still has that crazy looking contraption with the blade, but it's got 3 blades on it now.
And it shoots arrows.
Shoots a ton of arrows out. But it was very cool the way that battle started out. He's got the telescope thing, and he zooms in on Devasina coming out, and she's holding the head of his son that got chopped off from movie 1, and then she chucks that thing in the air, and Baahubali shoots it with an arrow, and it sends it up to the king, and so he's holding his head.
And what was funny is Jordan thought the telescope was a machine gun.
Oh yeah.
When I first seen it, it was some weird looking contraption. I was about to say they had a machine gun this whole time.
That's what he thought.
But it was a telescope.
Yeah, it was very long,
very fancy. It looked like they used diamonds to magnify things.
We have this very cool epic battle. It goes on for, I don't know, it's probably
30 minutes.
30, 40-ish minute battle. And it goes on for a long time. They end up making their way into the castle. And I don't ever remember seeing the dad get killed. There's a couple times he was close. He tried to talk Katapa back into killing Baahubali again. And I thought Katapa was going to kill him. I was like, oh yeah, here he goes. He's going to turn around, slice him, and he smacks him, and he falls down. It's like, oh man, I want him to die.
Father does not die. He almost did again.
Yeah, but I didn't see any more after that. So then they end up fighting. They end up getting into the king's got Devasina. She got her captured again, so they got her back in the courtyard, chained up. Baahubali ain't taking that. So he comes in there. They got this huge fight going with the big old golden statue in there. She's doing I forgot what they called it, but she's supposed to do 3 rotations around.
Once you do 3 rotations,
whoever you're doing that for
can never die.
Will
never be defeated.
Will never be defeated. And so the dad and them come back and he's like, no, you got to stop her from making that last one. So they burn the bridge up, but
Katapa, not Katapa, oh my god.
Baahubali and his brother are fighting hard on the statue.
Yeah, gold statue.
They knock it over, and the head
makes a bridge.
After it tumbles through half of the palace.
After it almost kills the dad again.
It should have.
Oh, so close. And you see, Devastina doesn't even miss a beat. She's just like all stoic. She's got the fire on her head, just like laser focused. Boom, she just walks right over it, continues on, sends the king into a rage. He finally gets bested by Baahubali, thrown on the pyre. He's sitting there kind of stuck. She walks over with that fire and boop.
I was hoping that they'd throw his father on there.
I thought they may have. And no, they didn't. But then you see a big celebration. You see Baahubali basically taking the throne, making new decrees as far as like hard workers and anybody who gives them any hard time, no matter what their status is, what's going to happen to them. They knock the gold head statue, the gold part of the head of the statue off, and it ends up falling down the waterfall, going all the way down and busts in like 3 pieces or something. And part of the face lands at the very bottom, right next to the bell. From the first one that Baahubali picked up for his adopted mom down there and put it under the waterfall, so she wouldn't have to carry the water up to it on anymore to give her an offering to. And it ends there, and that's where the movie ended. And that's it was very cool, very good movie, very very satisfying. And I never thought I'd come to like really cherish those characters as much as I did, like especially Baahubali. I think like very good actor. I know a lot of you have put in comments where I'm talking about that actor. He's a very good actor. I like it, but just the character in general, it was like we were saying, it was so gut wrenching watching him get killed that we knew it was coming, but they did such a good job storytelling, building him up to be just an all around good, honest, caring person. And then just to see, knowing what's coming to happen and all that, you're just like, oh. And everything that happened with him losing his position, losing his throne, then losing his title and all that, he did it. He was very loyal to his kingdom and everything. And the king there, the crazy one, if he's just so mad with power and so freaked out that the people are gonna rise up because they're chanting for Baahubali so loudly at his induction ceremony that he's just like, no, they're gonna rise up and he's gonna take it over. Never knowing like this character we saw, that he's just super loyal. Like he would have just been by your side the rest of your life and you could have ran your kingdom. But it ultimately worked out for everybody. Everybody's better. It was just kind of really, really sad to see that that good arc of that character where it ended up going.
And 2 cool cinematic shots where Baahubali was on the chariot with his brother.
Yes.
And they both had 2 javelins they're going to throw at each other.
2 spears, yeah.
Spears? Oh, javelins. 2 spears. And then there's another shot when Baahubali jumped in the air with a sword to stab his brother in the leg. And you see like a statue or something in the clouds with lightning striking.
Yeah, a bunch of lightning behind him. He's jumping down, and you have a lightning that's in the clouds. Yeah, it looked like it was forming like the maybe Baahubali when he was wearing had like his battle crown on. Yeah, very cool, very cool. But any other thoughts for the movie?
I just think it was great.
Yeah, really good movie.
Great storyline and everything.
But that's our thoughts for Baahubali 2, the conclusion. Very awesome movie, very great. Thank you guys again for the recommendations. You got anything else? Let us know. We're gonna try to review more movies because I'm down that rabbit hole. I know I would definitely want to watch Kasari, KGF. Those are coming. A bunch of others. But again, if you hit that like and subscribe, thank you guys so much for the support and everything. Love you guys.
Love you.